I get asked questions. I get asked, James K. Ultra, when you're not being a right royal pain in the yaz, what keeps you slinking toward the bleeding edges of the outer limits? I watch Grave Mood Rings. It's a yeah from me.
Dr. Mikhailovich takes preternatural phenomena very seriously. The parapets are high, and this freestyler is even higher. Turn on to a super sensible trip to Vich Mikhal this Tuesday.
We'll never call it quits. Call us whatchamacallit.
Oh! It's time for the mailbag. No! Jesse of Nothing, Arizona writes, I'm a preternaturally devoted fan of Grave Mood Rings. A real Vichmaholic, and I don't always want to wait for penetralia to be preempted. Is there any way I can conjure up the 1970s myself when I'm in a hurry? Jesse, yes. And Orange Eye, glad you asked. The most reliable way to conjure up the 1970s is to invoke the magic formula cooked up by the kitchen outfitters of ancient times. All it takes is one hard-boiled egg to provide the white color, one alligator pear to furnish the avocado green, and one golden delicious apple for the harvest gold. Since these materials are easily available, you shouldn't have any trouble. But remember, don't place the three objects together onto an earthy brown surface until you're ready to relive the 70s, lest you be inadvertently self-empted. Speaking of which, last night I dreamt of Vich Mikhal again. And when I woke up, it occurred to me that maybe Grave Mood Rings has been the reality all along. And this is the world of the dream.
It's as good a theory as any, so what would that look like?
I'd say keep on trucking.
Nothing, Arizona's last station.
This is a test of the Gothic soap opera engine system. This is only a test. Had this been an actual Gothic soap opera exigency, this program would have been empty.
What's the best ghost to invite to Wimbledon?
Let us see. A tennis Weitz sheet ghost?
No.
A night glow dead tennis ball?
No.
Very well, what is the answer to this baffling riddle?
It wasn't a riddle. I'm off duty, and I was just asking your advice.
This is an outrage.
This is an outrage.
Viscount Vich Mikhal, this time you've really gone too far with your side hustles. I found your little Vic comic in the vestibule.
Where's little Sphinx? Scouting haunted donut holes? I just peeked out the panel and we're to be emptied by a 10-cent parrot oracle ad. How much is that in Junior Verithals?
Oh, frosted Pop-Tarts, Doctor. Kindly save your individually wrapped grievances for the cryogenic food aisle. It so happens we have negotiated a devilishly handsome licensing fee for this spin-off. 50,000 Verithals.
But I keep telling you, Verithals are worthless, not to mention non-existent. This is going to end up costing us money. The retconning alone will require a small fortune.
Retconning? Are we even saying that in the 1970s?
Whatever you want to call it, we're going to need a complete continuity overhaul to rationalize our knowing each other as children. We'll probably have to build yet another alternate timeline, and we're already running out of room for them in the Belfry. And I can promise you the cheap local contractors in Wet Witchwick won't touch it. They're very superstitious when it comes to mutually contradictory origin stories.
West Witchwick.
Huh?
You said Wet Witchwick.
Well, it has been pretty rainy.
In any event, Dr. Mikhailovich, the ink is already dry on the comic book tie-in. Now, if you'll excuse us, we must write to the Wet Witchwick Times Anomaly. In our most recent advertisement, they confused Tuesday with Wednesday and printed the wrong date for our disco night. If anyone needs us, we shall be in our coffin, decomposing a stiff letter.
How far back do you want to go?
Whole thing again.
I thought it was a typo.